The numbers! The numbers, Elijah!
What do they mean?
The numbers, Mason.
But his name's Elijah.
Yeah. This guy calls himself one of my best friends and then doesn't even know my name.
It's kind of
I
sad.
didn't know you
when
had a
think about
name.
Wow. First you won't give me a high five, and now you won't give me a name.
Wait, but your name is yours. He doesn't have to give it to you, Elijah.
Listen, as long as I'm locked in his basement, he calls me whatever he wants.
I hope it's usually Pookie Bear, but maybe not.
It's my little dumpster baby.
It's Computer Monkey. Work, Computer Monkey, work.
That's right.
Faster. Faster.
Work little. I basically treat Elijah like you treat villagers in Minecraft.
Yeah, he came into my home. He put me in a minecart that was 26 hours journey to his house, and now I just edit the podcast.
He sits in a dark room with a lectern in front of him, waiting for me to come visit.
Sir,
Hoping.
I think there's some mold in the walls.
You
Good.
shut up.
That'll give you sustenance. Work, monkey.
Word.
Am I a real boy, Papa?
If you don't have it done by tomorrow, I'm putting those chains on your toes.
Each toe individually.
No, I feel like he'll chain them together because it's more painful.
Well, like just one big chain?
Nah, several, but so it hurts in multiple spots, but
Just sitting there tugging at the toe chains.
work, monkey, work.
What historical figures do you think had pepperoni in it?
Goodness. Definitely Abraham Lincoln, for sure.
Oh, yeah!
Yo, dude, yeah, we threw it out.
Yeah!
Yes.
All wings report in.
HouseDog, standing by.
MotherGoose, standing by.
Lowtech Tuck standing by.
Lock S foils in attack position. Animal Squadron ready for battle.
Well, hello there, and welcome back to the Animal Squadron podcast. I'm your host, HouseDog, and with me, as always, the one member of this team I can always count on. Damn it, Elijah, edit that out.
Nah.
It's the one, the only hairy boy himself. He's a man. He's all man. 100% man, ladies. And he's waiting for you. It's MotherGoose.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you.
And the Gundark has drug in something stinky, equally as hairy, equally as worthless. Lowtech Tuck has finally returned from the abyss, everyone.
Which you actually said some really nice stuff about Elijah, so if I'm equal to him, I feel pretty good about that, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Equally
I
as
was gonna
stinky.
say,
Plus, I arrived in the big,
Return
strong
of the
arms of a
King.
Gundark, so that's a pretty cool entrance. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, we had to save you from the Gundark. We had to escape
No,
your
you said
skin
he
for the
dragged me
10th
in.
time.
You said he dragged me in, so
We had to save your skin for the 10th
No
time.
changing your story
no,
now.
it was a
Tuck's
delivery.
a king,
So
and he's
it was a
handsome and
delivery.
beautiful, and we're all in love with him. What?
And
Who
it
said
is the
that?
10th time because that business on Cato Nemoidia, it does count.
Hey, did we
You got
find
me
out
there.
what happened on Cato Nemoidia ever in the Clone Wars? Was that one of the episodes?
I'm sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't
I
remember.
mean, I do know of some really unfortunate business that happened on Cato Nemoidia, but I don't want to talk about that.
What
Was
happened on
that
Cato
when Mac
Nemoidia?
lost his Pinar?
No, that's when the greatest Jedi of all time, Plo Koon, died. It's on Cato Nemoidia.
Oh.
Have I mentioned that my
king.
new favorite planet is Cato Nemoidia, and I will erect a statue to it?
In the ship.
Yeah, I didn't know
Just where I
that's
have
where
to
he
walk-
died. Sorry,
It's like
man.
right by my bedroom, too, where I have to walk by it every day
Yeah.
in the flying dumpster.
Every
Yeah.
day I will send you one piece of Plo Koon's ship.
That's
We've
so
just-
sad.
Made our base on Cato Nemoidia.
Aw. Is it at least respectful? The monument?
No, it's
It would
disrespectful.
Not
it
at
would
all.
have been if I had a say. Sorry, man.
Imagine the most disrespectful thing, times it by 100.
So what I'm seeing is there was definitely a statue built to Plo Koon, and Mac landed our ship on top of it.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
And then also, too, Noah Mack, he gave Plo Koon some big ol' balonies or something.
I did. In the new statue that I made, he's got big old
Something
balonies.
And just something
exactly
cruel.
the same.
And I made
just
Yariel
shirtless.
make it.
Oh, that's
Hey,
so
at least
sad.
he's alive, our king.
Make your statue of your dead friend, loser.
Exactly.
Hey, so today we're talking about Andor, episode 7, announcement. Boys,
Announcement.
how are we feeling?
I'm feeling very happy to be with my friends.
Well, let's get a quick breakdown of the first 6 episodes from Tuck. Okay, take it away, Tuck. We'll wait patiently.
So there's this guy. His name's Cassian Andor. And he's running. Well, no, he's not running. He's running sometimes. But also, he's part of the early rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
And the Empire, it's during the dark times, is pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
And also we find out that he's from another planet. And he was adopted. Because his family's dead. And that's quite sad. And he also has a little robot at his house named B2 Emo, who's a pretty cool guy.
We love him.
And he goes on crazy adventures. And he went to a bank and stole some money. Quite a bit
Yeah?
of money.
Hell yeah.
The Empire's going to change how they do some things to be revealed in this episode. And also, there's this dude, the Contact. His real name is, like Lethan or something like that.
That's it. Lethan.
Oh, yeah. And he's a pretty cool guy. He's an antique dealer, which I think is pretty sick. And also, he uses his antique shop as a front to organize his rebellion cell. We also see our girl Mon Mothma again,
Queen.
and she's plotting.
Scheming.
And also, there's this guy who was just trying to do the right thing, Cyril. He was trying to report on some murders that happened, and he got punished and fired, basically. What's he gonna do now? Who knows? Could be revealed in this episode.
Find out.
And then he lives with his mom, which kind of sucks, but it's also probably pretty chill sometimes.
He ain't got to pay the bills, right?
And yeah, that's Andor.
You know, surprisingly
That was a bit,
accurate.
but he just took it away.
That's what, yeah. Really good job there.
I saw the recap to this episode, so pretty close.
There you go, everyone. Don't listen to the first 6 episodes of us covering this. Just listen to the first 3 minutes of Tuck
Our king.
breaking it down for you.
That's right. That's right. It
about you
takes
do
a
a little
smooth brain
dance
to
for
break
us?
it down sometimes. What?
Why don't you do a little dance for us? Break it down for us. There it is.
Show me them balonies. Oh boy, I wish we were a video podcast.
That
Oh
was just
boy,
for
it's a
you.
good thing we're not a video podcast.
Should I just describe it over audio? I can give you
I
another
think the crowd
breakdown.
would enjoy that.
So there's this guy, right? His name's Lowtech Tuck. He's a chill dude. And his friends asked him
Start
to
at the beginning.
show
Start at the
them.
beginning of your life.
So back in the late 90s, there was this pretty chill guy. No, I'm just kidding.
When a man and a woman love each other very much.
Yeah, exactly. Should I go into like my great grandparents or like how far back do you want me to go?
Yeah,
As far
how
as you
back
can.
you track your family?
Not all that far. My parents had a house fire in the like
Gotcha.
mid 90s, so a bunch of their stuff burned up. But I can go decently far. I can get to like great grandparents.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty good.
I don't
Well, you
if I
know
could
who
go
else died in a
great-grandparents.
fire? Plo Koon. Welcome back to Star Wars. Elijah, take it away, Andor.
So sad.
Actually, he died in an explosion, which is similar but kind of different.
That's it. You're going back in the
The
basement.
fire caught the air on. The fire caught the air and it acted as a propellant for the gases, which launched him into the windshield. There we go.
Hey, so this episode, we get to see the only Admiral Yularen. I don't think Admiral's his title anymore, but it's our boy.
Was that
man,
Admiral Yularen?
It was.
I don't think he's doing very admiral things.
He doesn't look
Yeah.
good. He doesn't look like I want him to look like in
Yeah,
Clone
you know,
Wars.
he may or may not be, commanding a death squad, but whatever. It's all good. He's just
He
chilling.
went from kind of cool military guy to really not cool fascist guy.
Yeah.
Such
Yeah,
is the way of things.
especially
Hot
not
take.
cool fascist guy. Especially not cool.
You know I love the Clone Wars, but I'm not sad he blew up in the Death Star.
Did he?
Yeah, he was on the Death Star when it blew up.
Speaking of the Death Star, I saw a photo the other day of like the Death Star, and somebody had like this tiny little square over a section of it, and that was the entire area in episode 4, where like the hangar that they flew in, where all of the trash compactor and the prison escape scene happened, and it was crazy. I wish I could find the photo and send it to you guys, but it's just this, it's a giant Death Star in just this tiny little square, and that's like where all the events took place.
Yeah.
That's kind of mind-blowing.
It was.
Yeah.
It really put things in perspective whenever you think about how many people were on board.
That's no moon.
That's yo mama. Have you seen that Robot Chicken episode? Oh.
I don't think I've seen any. Wait, no. I was thinking of,
I was going to say, you've
that
seen some
one-
Robot Chicken Star
yeah,
Wars
I've seen
for
Robot
sure.
Chicken. What's that one where there's the like weird funky looking animals? I thought that's what we were talking about for a second.
Oh, Star Wars.
Yeah.
No, this is actually Luke and the Emperor have a yo mama battle to decide the fate of the whole universe, actually. And that's one of Luke's jokes is, or no, that's one of Palpatine's is, your mama's so fat that Obi-Wan Kenobi said, "That's no moon, that's yo mama."
Guys,
it's pretty
this
pretty
is how we
solid.
defeat fascism. Your mama jokes.
That's right.
Could have been
But
effective.
yes, I was very excited to see Yularen. I remembered he was in season 1. I just could not remember where.
Did you actually remember it, or did you just look it up and you're pretending to remember it?
Wow, this guy's been gone for weeks, and here he comes just for the throat, Elijah. And you're the nice one.
I'm confused.
Did you remember that he was in season 1, or did you just Google it and then you remember it?
Well, I
'cause you
knew
saw
he
it
was
a
in the
second ago?
show, and I watched season 2. Oh yeah, sorry, I watched season 2. I
Of
don't
course
think we
you
talked- Sorry, Tucker. Gotta rip the Band-Aid off.
Oh, LL Cool J, my dude. It's
Anyway.
I forgive you. I forgive you, and I still love you. It's okay.
Very excited to see Lauren. We see that the Empire is tightening its grip, which we kind of talked about this off pod, and I didn't realize until Tucker, you mentioned that the Empire, like they actually in these meetings, they actually talked about increasing prison sentences.
Yep.
Yeah, they talked about a lot of stuff. Now, like, if any planet is found to, like, be housing rebel cells or anything, they'll be taxed until the amount that was stolen from Aldani is recuperated. Any
No, it's
prison
actually
sentence...
it's twice, or no, it's 3 times the amount that was stolen from Aldani.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How
it
much
was
they'll be taxed?
pretty
Yeah.
excessive. On any
Yeah.
planet that's known to hold partisans. I heard most of it. I just totally missed the prison line.
Yeah, pretty much any violation is now, like, 6 times what it was worth or whatever, like 10 times the sentence.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I know this is at the end of the episode, but Andor gets sentenced, and the lady says, yeah, sorry, this used to be 6 months. And then she stamps it, and she's like, 6 years in prison.
Yep.
Straight up, not a
crazy.
good time. Also, too, another thing is the ISB, because of this, gets full access to all Army and Navy resources, which I was like, oh,
Right.
that's quite a bit of power.
Because we know about this time, I think a little sooner, the Imperial Navy or the Imperial Army, whichever was the one that wasn't the Stormtroopers, essentially their military got brought in to the Stormtrooper Corps, making all of their military Stormtroopers.
I'm assuming
Which I
that's
know
Army because Navy's the ships.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah, the Imperial Navy is like all your pilots and everything.
Right, because we see them in a few things, but specifically Solo. He's not a Stormtrooper, but he is a part of the Imperial Army, whatever unit or group of soldiers, whatever their name was. I'm so sorry, I can't remember. That entire thing just got pushed into the Stormtrooper Corps.
Can I just say that I hate the pants that the ISB agents wear?
Do you know why they wear those pants?
They look like they're wearing diapers. They're terrible. They're awful pants.
They look like pants that were designed by Hugo Boss in the 1940s, if you know what I mean. But with those flared sides.
Isn't it crazy
all I'm
how
saying.
Hugo Boss is still like a huge brand?
Yeah, for real. Yep. I mean,
There's
say what you will.
Volkswagen too. I mean, Volkswagen.
I drive one. Yeah,
Oh, do you now?
I do. I do drive a Volkswagen.
Have you recently taken up painting?
No. No painting for this guy.
Did you recently give up painting?
No.
I just like that we finally found somebody in the Star Wars universe that Tuck can be. I think Tuck's Luthen. Without the rebellion stuff, he just owns an antique shop and has a good
Hey.
time.
Just
We can't
straight
say that
thugging,
yet.
dude.
We don't know. Maybe maybe he is starting a rebellion.
No, you know what? I accept that. I mean, honestly, even the not starting a rebellion thing, I would be just straight chilling, just selling antiquities.
It's
just having a
literally
good time.
you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's literally what I do. Yeah.
We did get to see a couple more antiques in the background here whenever Mon Mothma comes to visit Luthen.
Yep.
There's the Temple Guard helmet in most of the scene.
Mac, you said Mon Mothma.
I know, I did it on purpose.
No.
Godzilla's
Tuck, it was-
girlfriend?
you heard him. He said it. He said
I
Mon
did.
Mothma. Yeah,
I did
it was
hear
him,
that,
not
yeah.
me.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did it on purpose.
No, you heard him, Tuck. He said Mon Mothma. This
I
is Mac's
did hear
fault.
it. I did
Yeah.
hear it.
From here
but
on out,
Also,
anytime someone says Mon Mothma, it's because of Mac, not because of me.
but also, if we keep talking about it, then I'm gonna start saying it. I've been
That's
pretty
why I
good at
said
it, but if I keep hearing Mon Mothma, then I'm gonna start saying it.
That's why I did it.
Because of Mac, not for any other reason.
That's why I did
Just
it.
so we're all on the same page. Yeah, exactly.
You guys are
All right,
cute.
In addition to the Temple Guard helmet, there's a Calicori back there, which for Elijah, the Calicori is a family heirloom that the Twi'leks use. in their
Oh,
culture.
yeah, that one. Hmm.
And then also there's that sweet sword saw thing. That's pretty cool.
That was pretty sick.
It doesn't seem like it'd be very effective in a fight, though.
Oh
I
no,
mean,
that's
it's heavy
definitely
and
meant.
spiked.
That's a good point, but it's definitely meant for somebody's mantle. I feel like that's decorative.
I mean,
Yeah, like-
in the Star Wars universe now, of course not.
I just meant in general, in any time. Like,
I mean,
it's mo-
pre
it's like a
pre-armor?
blunt object, but it's serrated,
Yeah.
so
Pre-armor,
Pre-armor.
dude, a big old spike. Oh, several big spikes going into your torso would be horrible.
Yeah, I'm just saying at some point in history it was probably useful.
just like you.
But also at
Thank
some
you.
point in history, rocks were really useful. So
Exactly, the advancement of science. This guy gets it.
Do we want to talk about Cyril?
Man,
how he
I
lives
wish
with
the
his
chat
mom?
could have seen your face.
and I'm pretty sure that's pretty cool most of the time, but maybe not all the time. And also that he lost his job, unfortunately, and that
Tuck just
his
recapping.
uncle is pretty high up there, and his mom
Yeah.
talks to his uncle about getting him a job, which is pretty cool. And he's
Uncle
got
Harlow.
a brown shirt, and he had the collar.
It's a
height.
brown suit, mother. A brown suit.
Dude, I was so waiting when she was saying her line. I can't remember exactly, but it's something like, "It shows that you're desperate or in need of approval." And I was just waiting for Cyril to hit her with that. "Maybe I wouldn't need others' approvals if I had yours, mother."
My question was, who thinks that a brown suit is flashy?
Well, let me tell you about a group of people that wore the flared out pants that thought brown shirts were pretty cool. Just saying.
Oh. No, he's just I don't get what a brown suit. You know what I mean? Like, his mom keeps going on about the brown. Well, you realize it later once he goes to his new job. Everybody there wears like gray that blends into the entire room.
Right. And that's kind of the whole Imperial shtick, is making everyone look as similar as possible so you can never really tell how many there are. It makes it feel like an endless force. But I think the mom, you know, when you live with an abusive family member, like, they're going to find any and every reason to put you down. I mean, Cyril could have wore any color suit, could have been perfectly pressed, and she still would have found a reason to put him down about it.
That's a good point.
It is.
So to recap, that I guess it's not a chill time living with Cyril's mom. Just saying.
Not been a good time.
I said chill time a couple times. Probably not a chill time, actually. It's probably a fairly stressy, depressy time, if I was guessing. It's not a Baja Blast. It's kind of a Baja not so good time.
I mean, listen, it sucks for Cyril, but also he's a fascist. So, I mean,
Cyril sits in
feel
his
that
room.
I was
at
saying,
dawn.
we don't know his political opinions. Not yet.
Yeah, Elijah, you're assuming.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Cancel him.
We actually, what we know right now is that he cares about justice. Do you not care about justice, Elijah?
I do care about
It
justice.
seems like he was wrongly fired, and you're upset about that.
I think he directly went against a supervisor's orders and got several men killed and was not wrongly fired. I think
was a
because of his
little
actions, it
accident,
directly
okay.
caused the Empire to tighten its fist around Ferrix, and I'll stand on that.
I think you were just waiting to call him a fascist. I think you just don't like him. I think you're
There
just
was a
kind of being
little
mean right
workplace incident, and suddenly everybody's upset. All right.
Listen,
now. We all
think-
make mistakes.
I think Cyril is a really great character. He represents the person that just wants to do right. I don't think Cyril is an evil person, but I think that his desire to follow the law causes him to do evil.
But also, you
didn't
called him a
realize-
fascist, so clearly you don't think he's a good person.
And Elijah's pointed it out before, while Tucker was gone and not recording with us anymore and decided he hated us. The way that they use Andor and Cyril to tell it's the same story, just in different sides of the war,
Yeah.
was really great in this episode too. Mm-hmm. I really feel like the Cyril Andor connection in this episode was good, which I don't think we ever voiced our opinions on this episode. I think this is the first one that I haven't been super impressed with. I think everything up to this point has been really fun and interesting. And this one was this episode felt like a bridge and not necessarily the start for a new arc.
Right.
Yeah, it's set up.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like the episode, but I think you could have maybe cut most of this episode, put Andor getting arrested at the beginning of the next episode, and
Yeah.
probably would have been okay. Probably would have understood.
Mm-hmm.
Although, how are we supposed to know that Mon Mothma wants to tap into her family fortune?
Right, that's what I was going to say. Except for,
I got
Except
something
for the
my Mothra can
Mothmas.
tap into.
Of course you do. Yeah.
My baloney.
Oh my gosh. I better not laugh. We're just encouraging him at this point.
yeah.
I need no encouragement. I'll keep going.
Something I did want to talk about, what I really love about this episode is it not necessarily as a whole, but we know that the rebellion was built from a bunch of different cells, and I've said it before.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry. My bad.
We can just end it here. Matt clearly knows all Star Wars.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
No, I just like to throw that line in anytime those words are said.
It was so important for all of these different cells to come together to form the rebellion. Not just one group or one team. It was all these other people across the galaxy coming together to fight the Empire. And I think this episode does a really good job to highlight that, because we have Maeve. Maeve has no idea that it was Andor that pulled off the heist, and yet she is fully ready to fight the Empire. Tay, what's his face? The Mon Mothma's friend. Tay Kolma?
Yep.
Sounds right. I know his name's Tay.
He had no idea that what Mothma was about to ask him, but he was just fully ready to say, like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Empire. Maybe we shouldn't talk about this because I don't necessarily agree with everything the Empire does. Like, no idea that Mothma was a rebel.
Yeah. That's true.
I don't know. I just like how this episode highlighted different people in different places in their life and in the galaxy all starting to fight back in their own way.
Yeah. Well, actually, on that note, Mon Mothma and Tay, probably my favorite scene in this whole thing.
Me too.
Yep.
The party scene was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot going on there.
Yeah. We talked about this in episode 4, but I feel like the weakest part of that episode was Andor's part, because it was another bridge getting him on the Aldhani heist, and same thing here. His part's a little weaker because it's just setting him up for the next arc, but the Luthen and Mon Mothma stuff has always been solid, just because it's more of one continuous B story instead of getting the main character to different places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, which that's really where it has depth, I feel like. Because it's not just
their
about
relationship
character A.
is...
It's about character B, C, D, and E, too. And I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the chemistry between those two characters is quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really...
Tay or Luthen?
Luthen and Mon Mothma.
Mm-hmm.
I never realized just how much Luthen resembles Saw in his opinions on the rebellion.
Yeah.
And how to get things done, which brings it around to seeing Vel again here on Coruscant.
Right.
In that secret meeting, which I didn't realize that was Clea going to meet her.
Oh, really?
No, because Clea looks pretty hot here.
For real.
I mean,
Thank
I would
you.
say she always does, but what do I know?
Good guy, Elijah. No, and then Vel doesn't look like a disgusting shepherd woman anymore.
Yep,
Yeah,
she's
She
in her...
took a shower.
She's in her Coruscant disguise? I don't know. I know she grew up on Cinderella, but is that really who she is anymore?
And Cinta's alive. That was a big thing that neither one of us remembered. Last episode was whether or not Cinta came back, and she does.
Oh, I knew she was alive. I just couldn't remember how she survived or how she got off planet.
I don't know why, but that scene of Cinta like setting up her escape and the Star Destroyer coming in, I love anytime we get to see a Star Destroyer from like the ground or whatever. But for whatever reason, this one did not work for me. It just didn't look right. It was something about it. I don't know. It looked really fake.
Interesting.
And I know that Star Wars is not real, and I know that Star Destroyers are not real.
They're real to me.
No,
But you know what
I
I
know what
mean?
you mean. It's the angle of it. Like, for me, I always expect them to, like, whenever they fly overhead, to look like closer to the ground because they're so large. Whereas like this looked like really high up there, and then it was like animated in the sky. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
It didn't feel as real.
Yeah, you don't really see the bits of machinery or like the hangar bay at the bottom of it really.
Because most of it was covered by clouds, right?
Yeah.
Like we only got to see the back engines and a little bit of the ship.
Well, you do get to
the way
see
it
the whole
comes
thing as it flies by, but it's like
yeah.
Gotcha.
it's just a few seconds and it looks kind of rounded, like it looks a little pixelated. I don't know, it just doesn't look right. It looks a little weird.
Right. It just seemed it had that. It kind of took me out of it. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Like, obviously none of this is real, and I know I'm watching a TV show about space wizards and everything else, but sometimes the special effects just don't match these days, and I feel like that's happened in Star Wars a couple times. I'm not saying that special effects aren't great. I mean, look at the prequels. Those
Right.
made the prequels. But it's also nice to know when they use a model, and I know it's a model, but it looks better.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't think. Well, Andor did have a large budget. Like it had a larger budget than Kenobi did, but at the same time, it had twice as many episodes. So, did it really have a larger budget? You know what I'm saying?
Which is a good point, because I just saw a post the other day. The Kenobi series just had its 3rd anniversary. Can you guys believe that?
That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah. We need to review that soon.
Oh, yeah.
I've been itching to watch it again. I've been getting so many Vader fighting Obi-Wan on that planet at the end of the series clips. I'm just like, I want to watch it. I want to watch it again. I need it.
So I'd like to talk about the end of the episode, because the first time I watched this, and I will admit, I went into the Andor initially thinking, why do we need a series about Cassian Andor? Who's going to care about this? Not me. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
So the first time I watched it, I didn't really give it the care and attention that I think the series deserved. And so the end of this episode where he got arrested, I was so mad. Because like we talked about, it's more of a bridge episode, but the whole time I was just sitting there like, are you serious? He literally committed this crime and didn't get arrested, and now he just gets arrested on the street and he's going to the prison anyway. Like, why did we need this episode? Why didn't the last episode just end with him getting arrested and saved us some time? And I definitely missed the importance of, the Empire tightening its grips because of his actions. He still got arrested because of his actions. It just happened a little later.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know. They're just tightening their grip. I mean, it's kind of like how, like, Al Capone got caught for tax evasion is how he went to prison. And, like, stuff like that, like, that's a lot of the time what happens, for real.
Yeah.
Is that people get caught for just petty, stupid stuff, and then that's actually what they go to prison for. Yep.
Yeah. And I think when you really pay attention, it's really good storytelling, because it sets it up at the beginning of the episode, and we see that pay off when he gets arrested.
Yeah.
It's the Force balancing itself out.
Now Mac's back to thinking that life is Star Wars and Star Wars is life.
Has it ever been any other way?
Are you sure that Star Destroyer wasn't real, Mac? Do you really know that? Do you really know that? What does Mon Mothma tell you to do? Like right now?
What? Hey,
she telling you
says
to
jump, I ask how high. Am I right, fellas?
Is she telling you to kill John Lennon, Mac? Is that what's going on?
If Clea asked me to do something, I would do anything.
As amazing as she did in the series, every time I see her, I'm like, so why didn't we just recast her as Leia? Like, would she not have been the perfect Leia?
Who?
Clea?
Oh.
Especially when she's young.
Yeah.
I could see it. Yeah.
My only thing left on Andor is I had this strange thought today of, like, what if Luthen was somehow behind Andor getting arrested in Space Cabo?
Oh, because...
I mean, I know it didn't happen that way, but it was just kind of like, in my head, I was like, man, it's really weird how he just gets arrested right after Vel gets told, we need you to go kill this guy.
Ooh, it's a fun theory. I don't think they would, because why would they risk someone getting arrested that has information on them?
Yeah.
You know
No.
what I'm
It was just a thought. I was like, maybe that could have gone that way. I was just like,
Maybe Vel didn't have the stomach to actually kill him.
I think Vel would, though. I think she has the stomach to do just about anything.
I agree as well. I'm just trying to go with this hypothetical different route. But she definitely killed someone during the Aldani fight, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was just a thought I had. I was like, man, that'd be some real mastermind stuff right there if you got him arrested.
Yeah.
And I really loved seeing the KX droids back again.
Mm-hmm.
Those are so cool. And I know they're in season 2, Elijah. I know they are.
In the trailer. And also in Rogue One, so.
I know they're in season 2, Elijah.
Well, because of K2SO and Rogue One.
I know they're in season 2.
Because
You
of
stinky little boy.
Because of K2SO in Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
He was there from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if they like hyped up a season 3 and then released it, and it's literally just Rogue One? It's just the movie. It's only
Hell
one
yeah.
episode, season 3, episode 1, and it's just Rogue One.
This is the way. I think my last note on this episode, though, is probably the clone troopers. I know we talked about it a little off pod, but we get to see the Imperial oppression of the galaxy, like right at the very beginning, as they while they're still using clone troopers.
Were they clone troopers? I thought they were stormtroopers.
No, their armor's clone trooper.
It's phase 2, clone trooper armor.
It is. Oh my
The
gosh. you're
firing
right.
squad, yeah.
I thought this was during the Republic initially, and then I realized watching it today that no, this has to be right at the very beginning of the Empire, because people are shouting "Long live the Republic" and then like attacking or throwing rocks at the clone troopers. If this was the Republic time, why would they be shouting "Long live the Republic" and throwing rocks at their soldiers? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. No, I think you're exactly right. And they're in all white armor, like they're all uniform. Right. And then also too, their officer is a human officer with gray, more Imperial style clothing.
Yeah.
So.
And they weren't the TK troopers either. So this had to have been like right after Republic fall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, wasn't there the weird armor before the Stormtrooper armor?
Yeah, the TK armor.
Yeah.
That was technically clone phase 3 armor.
Yeah.
They got used. It's in Bad Batch a lot. And maybe Maul Shadow Lord.
We can only hope. Wait, Tuck's been gone. Tuck, what do you think about that?
About what?
The new Maul series.
Oh, is that real? I thought that was just an AI thing on Facebook. I didn't know that was real.
Yeah, it's
I love
real.
this guy so much.
Is it? It comes out next year. It's gonna be a Clone Wars style animated series that takes place probably after the Bad Batch, but like either right at the end of Bad Batch or like right after.
That sounds so sick. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. And I did not know it was real, but now I'm very excited.
Yeah, gonna be real good.
Sweet.
Sam Witwer's back, baby.
What do you think about Ryan Gosling's Starfighter movie?
That's AI generated. That's not real, is it?
It's real.
It's real.
And
Dude.
it takes place 5 years after Episode 9.
Oh. I guess we'll find out.
Just for context.
Sounds all right. Man, I guess I should start believing those AI generated things more often. I'm just like, nah, that's not real. I've seen this stuff for years. This isn't real.
Time to
They
start
won't do
sending
it.
Tuck stuff that's AI generated and convincing him it's real. Tuck, did you hear about the Plo Koon show that's coming out too?
I'm very skeptic. I'm very skeptic on everything. So
yeah, the Plo Koon show. It's coming
Listen,
out. In like 2
I was
years.
trying to think of a fake one, but Plo Koon's too far, Mac. That's too far. The only thing I could think of was Salacious B. Crumb, but there was no way I was gonna
Salacious
convince you.
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
Okay, so sorry, back to Andor. Clone Troopers. We know his adopted father got hung, but to actually like see young Andor having to walk past this man's hung corpse was awful.
And his adoptive father was named Clem, so we know where that name came from.
Dude, that went right over my head. I did not put that together.
Were you watching me try not to laugh?
Yeah, I was.
I was like,
I did not know how to phrase that better. My bad, boys.
that's pretty funny, though.
Hey, you guys take a turn. How would you describe that?
That the corpse has been hung. How about that?
Yeah. But
Maybe
That
that's
corpse was hung, baby.
Yeah.
That corpse was hung.
Yeah, maybe it's not that it's a hung corpse. It's that the corpse
Listen!
has been hung.
Clem was hung. Let
it
me
was
tell you.
dramatic. He had to walk past the corpse of his father.
Oh, yeah, it was very sad, but
No wonder
you said
Merva
it-
couldn't have kids. That
you
corpse
said
was
it-
way too hung.
you said it in a very silly way, and I'm sorry.
But no, in all seriousness, I did not put two and two together that he picked Clem because that was his father's name. Good catch, Milky.
Which, that scene where young Andor is running through the square after that happens, going to attack the TKs, that's probably how he wound up in the youth detention center that him and Skeen were talking about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're probably
That's probably
right.
how that wound up happening. Because I was trying to piece that together too. I was like, how did that happen? You know?
Right. Yeah, I mean, hitting some clone troopers will definitely get you put in prison,
Yeah.
especially with a stick.
He was hung.
No. Hey, Tuki, did you have any other points you'd like to make about this episode?
No, can't say I do. I'll probably be much more prepared next episode, but
Oh, I got one last thing. Sorry. What do you guys think about the head ISB guy? Like, he
Partagas?
encourages...
Or you
yeah,
lying?
Pargats. Pargats. What do y'all think about... He, like, encourages Daedra, but he's also, like... That final time that they talk, he's like, watch your back.
Yeah.
Which I think he was... It wasn't like, watch your back, like, I'm coming after you. It was like, watch your back, like, everybody... Like, you've got a target on your back now.
well, yeah, no, I think he's her mentor, and he's just trying to do that for her. I mean, in his own way, because it's the Empire, but still, I think he was trying to give her advice. Watch your back.
I think he's high enough up the food chain that he understands that everyone is disposable.
Yeah,
It's true.
but I read that more as advice.
Yeah, no, I was saying that it was advice. I just find their relationship interesting.
Yeah.
Just wanted to see what my friends thought.
Well, we think the same as you.
bong.
Do you think Paragats is hung?
No,
I'm
sure,
sorry!
I'm decently sure he blows up at the Death Star. It's actually probably what happens to him.
What about Admiral Yularen? Is he hung?
No, he gets blown up at the Death Star too.
He definitely gets blown up in the Death Star. Yeah.
B2 Emo, is he hung?
No,
Is that why his charge is always low? He's
think-
dragging that thing around?
I think his fate is unknown.
I'm cutting
and
all
I don't
of
know.
this.
I don't know what exactly you're talking about as far as dragging around. Could you be talking about his power cord? Is that what you're talking about?
Very long power cord. Very girthy long power cord. That's why he's always charging.
But also,
The episode's just gonna
why doesn't he
randomly
have
end.
enough power? Because if it's girthy and long,
Takes a lot to drag it.
is it?
He's
frayed?
a little guy.
Is it frayed? Like, are there smaller wires integrated
He's a-
into the
he's a
larger
little
wires?
guy, man.
Like, would you say, like, for lack of a better term, that maybe the wire's like veiny? Like, would you say that? Like, I don't know what to
Probably.
call those smaller wires,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's the perfect way to describe it. Thanks, Tuck. I knew I missed having you on for a reason.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. I'm just here to support.
Okay, Elijah, we're done. You can end the episode now. We're all hung.
Okay, all right. Thanks for listening to this episode of Animal Squadron. If you want to be a part of the conversation, you can email us at animalsquadron@gmail.com. Again, that's animalsquadron@gmail.com. And if you could leave us a review wherever you're listening, that would be amazing. For the Animal Squadron, this has been MotherGoose.
HouseDog.
And Lowtech Tuck.
Goodbye.
Stay hung, my friends.
Adios!
I'm never coming on this podcast again.